What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be covering the 2, 3, maybe 4 stocks that I'm watching next week, my one swing trade position that I'm holding currently. But before we get in this video, make sure you guys leave a big like. It helps tremendously with the channel, the video. And first thing down below is our link to our free chat room. So let's get started. Facebook was one that I missed today. As you can see, that resistance here at 276.38 was literally, my finger was at the buy button. I did not buy, and look what happened immediately right after. It ran from 276 all the way nearly to 279, which, I mean, sometimes you miss these plays, and the best thing we could do is wait for a pullback back to that resistance and see if we can hold that as support on the 5 minutes. Slightly decent uptrend coming off this downtrend that we immediately broke out from headed into Tuesday. But on the 4 hour, you can see we've broken that downtrend as well. It looks much even better on the 4 hour. But I'm waiting for at least a 280 break on here. We can have a push to at least 300. Let's see some of that action. Apple was one that we just closed our position today. Took whatever small profit we've accumulated over the last couple of days. But I'm waiting for a pullback to get in on Apple. On the 5 minute, I do think we could crack 116s and possibly see the 114s again. And we see maybe a double bottom to 112. I don't know. We'll see next week. I'm going to be patient on this one. Another one that I'm waiting for to pull back is Pton. I do think we could see 100, the 100 price level be tested again. Zoom was one that we did miss. Someone called it out in the chat room. I don't remember who, but shout out to you for the call. I called out, I believe, on Tuesday or Wednesday. We had a nice 475 push. I did want to get in way cheaper. I said 350s maybe. We did not even reach the 350s, guys. So right now we're testing SMA here on the 4 hour. But keep in mind, I've been eyeing and speculating a lot of the whole numbers, especially on Tesla, which we'll cover right now, which is the $600 mark. For Zoom, it's right near around the corner, 500. Can it continue and go parabolic and at least test the 490s next week? Keep an eye out for that. We'll cover Tesla, which we were day trading today. It has this similar push that NIO had. Look how beautifully it's riding that EMA on the 4 hour. I think we could possibly retest some support next week right around the 550s, which I do think also it's going to cause some panic in some of the traders and possibly speculating even lower prices. But I think 550s is pretty decent. We were up way more on Tesla this morning, but I kept getting rejected here at the resistance. We made a video earlier this week saying, can Tesla reach 600? We were nearly so close to testing 600, which at least made me happy. So I just walked away with whatever profit I had. I said, screw this. It's not going to break past 600 today. Let's see if we can see it next week. And I knew if I kept trying to day trade this, trying to scalp it, I was probably going to even go in the red position. So I just walked away. So Tesla, I think one day out of the next week, we'll see a pullback down to at least 560s, 550s. But the thing is, the momentum and the hype behind this, it can possibly see 600. And once it breaks 600, don't be surprised if it spikes to 610 before we see a pullback. So that's going to be my prediction. I think we see 600 before a pullback to 550s. Alibaba, I'm so glad we sold right at market open. We sold as soon as this thing opened into the red candle. And I'm glad I did because this was the highest point. Not the highest point, but we sold near its highs. And it's pulling back down to the 276. Again, we can re-enter this. I'd possibly look for a re-entry point right around the 278. I don't mind paying a little more for the shares, but at least it gives me some confirmation that it's retesting that previous resistance it had at 279. Well, and for my swing trade, Sndl. So we bought yesterday right around the lows of 28 cents, but we sold into a pullback. This exact pullback right here around 30 cents. I could have waited for a bounce. I could have held easy in hindsight and rolled the rest of the shares, had a better average price. But we bought like an hour or so after I was out and about. I literally bought these shares on my phone, 300 shares. I had an average price of 31, and right now we're spiking towards the 39-cent level. So can we see 50 cents next week? That's my speculation. Cannabis is probably going to regain some momentum. CGC, which is another one. Shout out Kiwa in the chat room for these gains on CGC. I believe he called this one out a couple of days ago, and I just went with Sndl. So I kind of miss other tickers, but I'm glad at least I'm holding some Sndl. So I'm glad I at least got back into this one. Other than that, I'm waiting for Neo to pull back to the 50s. I'm waiting for XPEV to pull back also right around the 55 level, possibly 50s, and continue that 4-hour uptrend, which is this solid decent line right here. And that's pretty much it, guys, for next week. I don't think there's anything else that I want to cover. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Make sure you guys leave a big like on the video. Once again, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any other videos, and I'll see you guys next week bright and early for another trading week. Take care.